Hi everybody, this is Black Rhino Ranger. Sorry it's been a while since I last played the classic Spyro franchise. And the Reignited Trilogy. Let's just say I had a bit of complications with visiting relatives. I've completed almost 100% of this game, so I'm not gonna... I did this without any gameplay. I took a bit too long to try and get as much characters as I can. I mean, to get everything. I mean, some of them took hours, some of them took 3 hours. So what I am going to do is instead of having my gameplay about trying to complete each level, it's going to be about fighting the bosses. Those were my favorite parts. And how did I get to the last one? Where did Blowhard go? Oh, there it is. I mean, what I meant actually is Toasty. That's it. Toasty. Toasty. I think someone who made Spyro must have been a fan of Mortal Kombat. Okay, just ignore the mages. There he is. And that's the boss fight of Toasty. Now to return home. This might be a two-part video because trying to get to the bosses is very difficult. Yes, I mean with Crash Bandicoot and you're just able to go to those warps zones. They're shortcuts. This is why I love Crash Bandicoot. But I will, admittingly, the bosses in Spyro 1 are very forgettable. I mean, I only remember about 3 of the bosses, and that's about it. Now, where's that? There it is. Seeing me coming through.
Hop on, Spyro.
Let's go to the Peacekeepers. Now, originally, I was going to do a gameplay of me entering the high caves. It was supposed to represent that I really disliked that level so much because those spiders, they creep the heck out of me. Oh, good thing Toasty redesigned them to be a lot less scary. And surprisingly enough, they're a lot less scary than the ones in Skylander Spyro's Adventure, which they created. Oops. Whoops. That was a mistake, I'm sorry. Dr. Shemp. He's another guy I remember. I mean, I actually, to be honest, folks, the first time I actually played Spyro the Dragon, the first game was in my friend of mine's house. It was I didn't own the original Spyro game when I was a kid. The first Spyro game I ever owned was Enter the Dragonfly, which was said to be the worst of the Spyro games. Yeah, I'd be interested to see a remake of. I'd be interested to see a remake of Spyro Enter the Dragonfly. Well, okay, maybe not a remake, but a big improvement of such. You know, that mask kind of looks like Aku Aku. Your buns are as good as toast. Ouch, 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 ouch. And that's the end of Dr. Shemp. Now let's get out of here before I get myself into trouble. Is that an eclipse? I did slip in Dr. Shemp and Toasty and Nasty Nork in one of my animations. It's Be Prepared for Skylanders Trap Team. And back then, I wanted to include as many Skylanders and Spyro's villains at the same time. The only ones I didn't slip on there are Dr. Shemp or I mean Metalhead. Okay, Magic Crafters is next. I didn't slip in Metalhead. I didn't slip in Jacques, and I didn't slip in, what was that other one? A Blowout or Blowhole. I don't know. They just didn't cross my mind too much. It's a good thing the spiders here are not creepy, unlike in the previous game, and are a lot less scary than the gargantulas. If that would be the case, then Spyro 1 would be the only game I would ever get, and as I would be hesitant to get the rest of the pack. It's just me, but not today, citizen. How does one, see, how do I, get to... Uh-oh, I'm out of... Good thing I got Zoe. Oh, I always keep forgetting about... Here, no, that wasn't it either. Ah, here he is, Blowhard. Now, some of the bosses are pretty easy. I mean, the bosses are actually pretty easy to fight in Spyro's Adventure. They just require about 2 or 3 hits, and that's it. You win. It's yeah. They were. I believe the bosses were trying to be like Crash. Oop! I'm dead. There's Blowhard. Woof. Thanks for giving me a safe passage. Okay, I'm just gonna save it right here. There's the sucker or blower. Many of these bosses are chases. Yes. Actually, they're all chases. Some are shorter than the other, like Dr. Shemp and Toasty, and even Metalhead and Jacques. Let's see. What are the species of the? Okay, what are the species of the beasts? The bosses. Okay, Toasty's a sheep. Dr. Jacques is I'm not sure what he is. An orc, maybe? Let me just toast a couple of sheep. Why did... She was kind of looking like... Do you think that Spyro looks like a combo of his classic Spyro and Legend of Spyro counterpart with the Skylanders Academy hands? Yeah, have you noticed that he has 4 fingers instead of 3 toes? I mean, in the first Skylanders games, he has the 3 toes, just like his original classic self. In the Academy series, he has 4 fingers and a thumb. He has 3 fingers and a thumb. And in the Spyro Reignited Trilogy, he has 3 fingers and a thumb. And even in Skylanders Ring of Heroes, he has the 4 fingers and he has 4 fingers and a thumb. 3 fingers and a thumb, I meant. Ew, these warthogs, they actually, I don't know which is scarier, those warthogs or... I don't know what's scarier, those warthogs or those spiders from the high caves. Because that one actually kind of freaked... at one point when they attacked me, one of the... freaked me out. About to face off against Metalhead. I'm a metalhead, a metalhead, a metalhead, a metalhead. Sorry, I had to. Yeah, have you noticed that song is kind of similar to Daft Punk's Around the World? Around the world, around the world, around... Uh-oh, gotta make sure these things kind of look like orangutans, and I feel really bad for torching them because orangutans are an endangered species. Then again, we have King Louie, who's kind of the bad guy orangutan, but in the Jungle Book 2016, he's actually a Gigantopithecus, which is an extinct ape that used to live in India. Orangutans did not live in India, but the Gigantopithecus did. You ain't getting... Ooh. Fatality. I'm actually pretty pretty excited to get Mortal Kombat 11 coming in April, just a couple of days after my birthday. But I will give a bit of an announcement that on sometime in the middle of April, April 13th to be precise, I'm going to be offline for 2 weeks. 2 weeks with no internet because I'm visiting England, and I don't plan to bring my computer or this.
Where to, Spyro?
I don't plan to bring my computer there because I remember having trouble there, and I heard that England is going through that European copyright protection thingy, which may get me trouble with looking up stuff on the internet. And I have been having trouble with the internet while in England. I mean, there was a hotel that says you're free to use the internet with no additional charge, and then it says, I'm afraid we can't let you do that. There's something wrong. It is unprotected or something like that. Not very secure. And while I'm there, I might as well just talk to my relatives and other things. You know, this area, when I actually got to playing this level, I always keep thinking, so this is where the concept of Skylanders came from, because these floating islands and things, they are very reminiscent to Skylanders. And here is Jacques. Is it Jacques or Jacques? Is the S a silent? Because I'm not too sure. I mean, the French, they always, instead of saying les, it's les, like Les Miserables. You know, this thing kind of reminds me of something. I'm not sure. Does it? I'm not sure. It can. I'm sure if it looks very familiar. Just toast a mushroom. Oh man, imagine Shroom Boom and all this. You know, Jacques' face kind of reminds me of The Mask. Smoking! It's party time! P-A-R-T. Why? Because I gotta! Somebody stop me! And I've been stopped. Yeah, that was a mistake. Last time I was able to do it perfect and I got a skill point. It does remind me a little bit of Son of a Mask though, that low-key in B form. Yeah, watch the Nostalgia Critics review of it if you know what I mean. It's kind of frightening for kids. Even adults find it a little creepy. Oh, crumbs! Dang it! Dang it! Dang it! Yeah, it gets to start again, sorry. Mine. That's it. Now onward to Nasty Nork's world, and I might need to adjust myself a little bit when facing him. Well, the others were pretty easy. Nasty Nork's requires only like 2 hits, kind of like Metalhead, and unfortunately, his is kind of tough. Let's see, which one has... oh, what? Dang, I forgot. Dang, I forgot. No! Oh, back to this place. Okay. That was a close. I didn't realize that there was kind of a shortcut. I could have avoided those weirdo ladies. And finally, to Nasty's world. And here I'm about to face off against Nasty Nork. Okay, this one is going to be a 2-parter, so hope you've enjoyed this part.